good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Welcome to Tea Time. It is Monday night. I'm so glad you're joining me. It is July 14th. I'm going to talk about my weekend real quick and get to my in-studio guests because I'm so excited. Friday night, I really stayed home. I actually watched, I think, Mariska Hargitay's documentary again about her mom because it was amazing. And then Saturday, if we want to put up pick A, please. I was in Astoria with George Zoufalos. He had a screening of his movie Once a Week for Life, which I was in with a bunch of my friends. Thank you. And Sunday is laundry, and I was here for limo talk with the guys. So I just want to announce that. But I'm very excited. My show is going to go very fast tonight. I'm glad you're tuning in. Please like the show. Please share it. We're live on YouTube and Facebook right now. He's an actor. He's a director. He's a writer. He also does editing and cinematography and so much more. John Bianco's here. Hi.
Hey, how you doing? I was waiting for somebody else to walk in. I'm like, all those credits.
Intro?
I'm like, is that me? Really?
Oh my God. Let me tell you
me?
something. There's so much to talk about with you. But we originally met back in 2021. You did this Soprano Con, Mob Con in AC.
Right. In Atlantic City.
And that was a lot of fun. You had a mustache back then?
I did.
Because you were like getting ready to film something.
Yeah,
so.
I think I was working on Wu-Tang, and I was playing a cop, so, you know.
The mustache.
The mustache, almost looking like a 70s porn star.
I know. I wasn't going to tell you that.
No,
but you were born and raised in Brooklyn.
Absolutely.
Where in Brooklyn?
So Gravesend, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Avenue U. Shout out to all the Avenue U guys out there. So proud of, I mean, I wouldn't change that for the world.
Yeah.
Being, like, everybody in the world knows Brooklyn.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So,
yeah.
And just, you know, growing up there, it was just, I couldn't have asked for a better place.
Well, you were adorable baby. Can we put up pic B, please?
Oh, my God.
Because you were so cute.
Wow, what kind of baby pictures you have? Whoa, oh, my God.
Way back.
That's right.
Way back. Look how cute.
Wow.
I love that.
God,
so sweet.
That's like probably 100 years ago.
No, I don't think
want
so.
to age myself.
Thank you. But you went to Lincoln High School?
I did. I actually, a real quick story.
Yeah.
I went to Cunningham Junior High School.
Okay.
It was on Avenue S and East 17th Street. And most of the kids from there went to Madison.
Okay.
So, of course, I wanted to go to Madison.
Right.
You know, nobody was going to Lincoln that I knew.
Right.
So then I had this brainstorm that I wanted to build radios and TVs. So I said, you know what, let me go to Grady, which was a vocational school. Right? Which I probably should have took car mechanics, but so I went there for a year, but it was an old boys' school.
Okay.
And
that's not fun.
No, I wasn't having any of that. I lasted 1 year.
Did you?
In Grady, and I was like, I'm out of here.
That's it.
Then I shuffled over to Lincoln.
Lincoln. Yeah. Now, when you were in school, were you into sports, or were you actually into the dramatic theater of the arts and performed in any plays in school?
So surprisingly, neither.
Really?
I just, you know, all I remember was like from the first day of kindergarten, I hated school.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't, like so many people like, oh, I was part of my high school, I was part of this, I was part of that club. All I cared about was, and after I met friends in Lincoln, we'd cut out and hang out, you know, enough to pass, you know. I got all my passing grades. My father and my mother were like, you absolutely have to get a high school diploma at the very least.
Right.
So, but No, I played stickball on my block, but I
Okay.
never really wanted to be part of any of the teams
Yeah.
or any of the
But so-
either the drama or either no drama stuff.
But okay,
either.
so when you were little,
Yeah.
what did you want to be when you grew up?
I think I wanted to be a fireman.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't. I mean, that's also a route I maybe should have went down for the
Okay.
security.
Yeah.
My sister wound up working
Yeah, you get
for
your
the,
pension, you put in your 20.
She
or
was
whatever it is.
NYPD for 20 years,
Yeah.
and it's definitely working for the city is definitely.
Donna, thank you for your service.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for your service,
Yes.
Donna. But working for the city's great because you get your pension. My mother's like, she's the real old Italian lady.
Yeah.
You get your pension, you get your 2 weeks vacation, all this stuff.
It's security.
It's security.
It's
You'll
security.
never worry.
Right.
But I had bigger aspirations. I had a cousin that worked in the stock market,
Okay.
and my father always had, he was like, you got to work in the stock market with
Well,
your cousin.
wasn't your father an entertainer also? Wasn't he a singer?
Yes, he was. He was a very good singer.
And let's put up where is it? Hold on.
Of my father?
Pick C, because
Wow.
not for nothing, but
There he is.
you look like your dad a lot.
Fidel Bianchino. So he shortened his name to Bianco. So the real last name was
Really?
Bianchino. Bianchino. His first name was Fidel. He grew up in Canarsie, Brooklyn.
Yes.
And
He was a singer, but he was a
handsome
performer.
guy,
Now, do you
know.
sing? Because I did see a picture of you holding a microphone
I
in
do.
your hand.
I do sing. I
Okay.
actually sang back in the early 90s. A friend of mine was putting together a rock band.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, why don't you take some lessons and learn how to sing? I also had hair.
You had extremely long
hair. He was
Yeah.
like, you're the perfect front man. So I started taking some voice lessons, and
Right.
I had the genetics from my
Yes,
father
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
But he was like, Jerry Vale, Sinatra,
Mm-hmm,
and Mario Lanza. He was
Yeah.
into opera as well.
Right.
He never quite made it.
Yeah.
He sang in Carnegie Hall once.
Nice. Not too many people could say that.
No, so then he got married. He had to settle down. So now he's got to get a regular job.
Yeah,
and,
pay the bills.
Yeah, he opened up a butcher shop, and that's what he did. But he'd go out like twice a week to amateur places to sing and stuff like that.
Well, we saw his black and white. Let's see your black and white.
Oh,
Can
I
we
got a
put
black
up?
and
Can we
white.
put
How
up
old
D?
is this one?
Can we put up D?
Oh my God, that's an old one. Wow. So I'm probably 26 or 27 there. Yeah. Wow. That's a little scary because
We all have those black and white headshots back.
Fortunately, I don't look like that anymore.
Well,
but,
no, I don't think I look like mine either back then.
But that's yeah.
But,
Thanks for depressing me on that.
Oh, stop. I didn't mean to.
I'm only kidding.
No. But you talk about long hair, and you modeled, you did print work, and if you want to put up E, you did a lot of romance novel
I did
covers.
some of the romance novel book covers.
Book covers. So ladies, take out your old romance novels
some
and
of
see if John's on the cover.
A funny thing is, while I was doing some of those, that was probably
we
those
could go to F too.
early 90s.
Woo,
Yeah,
baby.
early 90s. I get a call from my cousin who lived out here in Long Island.
Thank you. Yeah.
And she's like, are you on any book covers? She's like, I was just in like the Barnes and Nobles. And she's like, I could have, she's like, that's my
It looked
cousin.
like- oh, that's funny.
And the girl that was checking out the book, she's like, yeah, sure, I'm sure that's your cousin. And she's like, no, really, I'll call him right now. That's my cousin,
That's
John.
great.
It was funny, yeah.
That's great,
so-
but you did a few.
Yeah, I did quite a few book
You
covers,
did.
yeah.
I just pulled a couple because I'm only allowed 26 pictures and I couldn't pull
That's
them
it,
all.
yeah, no.
But
So
you
it
had
was fun.
beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful wavy long hair.
My sister got jealous because I actually
Had nicer hair than
she
her.
had been growing her hair for the longest
Yeah.
time. and
Right.
I started growing my hair, I think it was in 1988.
Yeah.
And by like 1996, it was down to my waist. She's like, how the hell did you pass me up? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, and back then we were getting perms to have that wave and that curl.
Yeah, actually, I liked the straight hair, so I used to blow mine out. I used
Really?
to put it in ponytails because I rode a Harley also, and I'd put it all, so it wouldn't get knotted up. I'd have like 15 hair ties in there, so it would be nice and tight. And, yeah,
Oh
back in
my
the day.
God,
that
that's
was back in the
great.
day.
Okay, so tell me, how did you get into acting? How did this happen? How did this happen? And what were you doing before acting?
So
Were you working in the butcher shop with
no,
Dad? Or
I did that as a kid. 13, I was just delivering stuff, but I knew I didn't want to do anything like that.
Right.
So I knocked around, did a couple of little jobs here and there, but because my cousin was a stockbroker and he was making a lot of money, I had two cousins actually in the market.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? He got me a job. I was cold calling. I don't know if anybody.
I know what that is.
We'd call Mr. Jones. We have an undervalued situation. I was calling for a broker as I was studying to take the Series 7 and 63, which was your broker's license.
Right.
So I worked on Wall Street.
Okay.
And I did that from 1983 to 1988. And actually, when I worked on Wall Street in 83, 84, I actually met my current girlfriend now. We dated for a year back then.
Right.
We broke up, we went our separate ways,
Right.
and then we reconnected 15 years later, and
Yeah.
we're still together now. But yeah, so when the market collapsed in 1987, I said, you know what, if I don't go after my dreams now, I probably never will.
Right.
So I always wanted to be an actor.
Right.
It was just in me. My father also dabbled in stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, at that point, I was in my mid-20s, and I said, you know what, if I don't go after my dreams now, I never will.
Right.
So I left the market. A friend of mine, I figured maybe I'll bartend or something, but a friend of mine actually worked at Chippendales.
Yes.
So he's like, John, I got the perfect job for you. I'm like,
sorry, ladies, I didn't pull any of those pics.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
He's like, you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and it kind of, we did like tours and stuff, and I actually worked out here in Long Island.
Oh, you did?
At Escapes.
Oh my God,
Merrick.
I went to Escapes.
I worked there from the early
Yeah.
90s till around 2001, 2002, even later, a little later than that.
That was you. Okay.
That was me.
That's funny.
I'm on like people's refrigerators and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so it was the perfect job for it left days
time.
open for
Right,
auditions
right.
and stuff like that.
Right.
We worked at night.
Yeah.
So it was really ideal.
Right. And how long did you do that?
20 years.
What?
Yeah.
You did that 20
I did that
years?
for 20 years. Yeah. We were making great money.
I didn't realize
it was
you
easy.
did it that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I met Steve, so many
Steve-
guys that I'm friends with
Well,
now.
shout out to Steve Stanulis,
Steve
because I know you worked a lot with him, which we're going to get into what
Yes.
you guys have done
Yep.
together.
Yep.
But yeah, I know Steve was a dancer. He's
Yes.
also a retired
Yes.
police officer. But when I saw how far back you guys
Yeah.
went,
Yeah.
and then I just happened to come across a pic,
Some
I'm
pictures,
thinking,
right. Yeah.
they danced together. That's
And
how you guys
not only
met.
Steve, but I have another good friend, Paul Sampson. He's an
Mm-hmm,
actor. He's been around a long time too. We're working on something also, and he also was in that world as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys
Yeah.
that were dancers have aspirations to be in the entertainment business.
Right.
I mean, we got all the experience being on stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah.
we're all kind of hams. We like performing and being on stage. So
Yeah.
it was the perfect, vehicle and to be able to make money, earn a living, and
Absolutely.
do what you needed to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
As far as the
So tell me,
auditions.
what was your first professional gig? I mean, I have you down here in 1994, Regenerated
Yes.
Man.
So I did.
Was that your first?
That was probably.
That was a movie. You played a thug.
That was a movie. I played a thug
Yeah.
with who is now a friend of mine, Danny Provenzano. I believe he was the producer on that. Mm-hmm. And I just randomly auditioned for him.
Yeah.
I met him. I still had my long hair back then.
Right.
I never actually seen the movie. He keeps telling me, you got to get the movie because it's kind of like
On
it's like-
DVD or something.
It's DVD.
Yeah,
It's one of those like cult type films.
Right.
So I worked on that with Danny Provenzano.
Yeah.
And so that was like my first like independent film. So
Right.
I did a few independent films, but my first real job on TV
Right.
was Law and Order Special Victims Unit
Right.
with Chris Maloney.
Yes,
and
and that's
Mariska.
pic. We can put up that pic. That's
So
I think it's K.
I'm getting thrown up against the van.
Yeah, I think it's K. I hope it's K. There you
That's
are.
it,
That's
yeah.
it.
So
Wow.
yeah, so that was 2001.
I remember you on that.
And
I do.
So a quick story about that. That's about 3 pages of dialogue. So I prepared. Now, originally they said it was probably going to be shot. I'm going to be leaning up against the van.
Right.
And, they're going to walk over to me, question me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So they realize that they're working against the clock because they shoot like 12 scenes a day.
Yeah, it's fast.
TV is different.
It moves fast.
It's on a steady cam.
Yeah.
So the director walks over to the three of us and says, listen, we don't have that much time. So we're going to do this in one shot. Now,
wow.
I'll explain a little bit for actors.
Yeah.
That means there's no cutting.
No, there's no breaks.
So there's no breaks.
No.
So it's not like, okay, I'll pick this close up, I'll pick it up on a close up or
Right,
something like that.
right,
So
right.
the camera is on his shoulder
That's it.
and he's moving in
Right.
on everybody as they're talking.
Correct.
So he said, on top of that, he said, you're going to be pulling out a big rug,
Yeah.
walking it up to the house.
Uh-huh.
You'll hand it off to your assistant, walking back, and you'll have a walk and talk.
Okay.
Excuse me. So we all kind of look at each other. I'm like, and this is my first gig on TV. Wow. So in my head, I'm saying, John, you better not screw this up.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So they're getting ready to roll, and I have the sides in my pocket. I keep looking at it,
Yeah.
All right, everybody stand by. Here we go. Roll camera, speed, and I forgot the first line. Here we go. First line's not popping into my head.
I've been there.
Action.
I've been there.
I
Yeah.
pick up the rug. I walk by. I look at Mariska, and I went, And I just kept walking. She starts cracking up.
Yeah.
And the director's like, cut. And I'm like, I'm really sorry. The first line, I just dropped it,
Yeah.
So next time, I nail it.
Right.
Right? She screws up. Right?
Oh, geez.
Next time, we both nail it. Chris screws up.
Oh, my God.
We did it probably 15 times, right?
Wow.
Then the last time, which we thought we nailed it,
Right.
the camera guy screwed up the move. He's like, yeah, I got a glitch in the move. I didn't,
Oh, my. So how many? So you did it like 15, 16 times?
Yeah, probably 15, 16 times. But by then, now you
Now
got the
you-
confidence
yeah,
in
yeah,
you.
yeah,
But
now-
3 pages of dialogue straight is
Yeah,
not easy,
no.
And then when you know that you have to start from one, because most people don't understand that.
Correct.
If you screw up at the end, you have to start from the beginning.
All over again.
So that was my first experience.
Now, did that get you SAG?
So no, that didn't get me SAG.
What got
so
you SAG?
I actually was SAG before that because I was doing extra work.
Okay, so you got
So
vouchers.
yes, so
Okay.
when you get the vouchers,
Yeah.
the third time.
You need 3.
So I had 2 vouchers.
Okay.
And then I did this movie called Scenes from a Mall. I was an extra in that
Right.
with Woody Allen.
Yeah.
We shot that in Queens. Mm-hmm. That was actually a studio. They built that whole studio to look like a mall.
Really?
Yeah, that was in Kaufman Astoria Studios, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And then I did another film with Woody Harrelson, and it's called The Cowboy Way.
Okay.
Dylan McDermott, Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
And Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
So they said they needed featured extras.
Okay.
Like we were all extras, right?
Yeah.
They needed a feature extra to be topless and to basically wear underwear like a Calvin Klein model because they're going to be walking in and I think Woody Harrelson's like, don't think I'm going to do anything like that. I forgot who he was talking to in the scene.
Right.
So I had my long hair. I was in great shape. And another dancer was also there. So there was like 50 guys there, and they just happened to pick the 2 dancers.
Really?
We both went on stage,
Okay.
and we did a little number.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson makes a comment towards us. So now that I was a featured extra, I
Right.
was a must join for SAG.
There you go. Yeah.
So that was in 1994.
Wow.
So that's how I got my SAG card.
That's great. Holy cannoli. Then and from 94 to 2002, what were you doing? Because there wasn't that.
So yeah, it was a lot
Took like a little-
lot of independent stuff
Yeah.
that really never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Just again, yeah. So the TV stuff, the real TV stuff started
Came
in
later,
01.
which yeah.
Yeah.
But 2002.
But prior
so,
to that, it was like a lot of extra
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
And just like some student films.
Right.
I worked on a lot of which if you're have any aspirations about being any future actors out there, young actors, do a lot of student films.
Absolutely.
Get as much experience as you can because
Absolutely.
the more you work, this way when you get on big sets with
you know what you're doing.
professional people,
Absolutely.
you'll know what you're doing, and you'll feel a lot more at
All right,
ease.
so let's get into it because there's a lot here.
There's a lot here. Let's do it.
2002, you did this thing of ours, which was a movie. You played an FBI agent.
Yes.
With James Caan was in that, Vinny Pastor, which shout out to Vinny Pastor because today's his birthday. And we're going to put up a pic, actually.
Happy birthday, Vin.
Of Vinny with Dominic. Can we put up pic X? X, please. There you are. You're with
Hey, I'm even in that
Vinny.
shot.
Well, of course I'm going to put you in it. Hello. So happy birthday to Vinny. And God bless Dominic. He's how old now? Like 90?
I want to say
8? 90?
something. He's
in
up
his there.
mid to late
And he
90s.
just put on, thank you,
Yeah.
he just did a show
He's great.
in Jersey singing and performing. And God,
What a class
God
act.
bless.
What a class act.
God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So yeah, happy birthday, Vin. So yeah, James Caan, Vinny Pastor was in that, Louis Venaria.
Yeah, let me go back one.
Yeah.
In 1999, I did this movie that I wrote and directed because at that point, actually in 96,
96?
1996, I got tired of waiting for the phone to ring and I decided to go to film school.
Okay.
So I took.
Yes, you studied.
Yes, I
You went to
studied.
HB Studios.
Well, yep, that was
right.
for
You
the
went
acting.
to
I also went to, on camera,
AIA.
actors and advertising.
And you also went to Film Video Arts, FVA.
Now,
and that's where you studied editing and cinematography.
Correct. On a Steinbeck, on old cameras, 16 millimeter,
Yeah.
with the 3 turret lenses.
Yeah, which was smart. It was
cutting and
smart.
splicing film, like taping it together.
Back in the day, that's
Right.
what
So,
they did.
so
but that was smart because it helped you for future
it
projects.
helped me with so much. I learned lighting, 3-point lighting, all the basic stuff, Because again, as an actor, sometimes you get tired of waiting for the phone to
And
ring.
you want to create your own stuff.
I wanted to create my own stuff.
So in 1996 you did.
So I did that. I did a short film.
Yeah.
And then 3 years after that, I went out and bought the XL1, which was a big, nice camera, Canon.
Yeah.
And me and my friends were going to shoot like a short. And I was like, you know what? Let's just make a mob movie and let's do a feature.
Right.
So we scraped together some money, and I shot my first feature that I wrote, directed, and starred in. It was originally called Deadly Ties.
Okay.
But it got picked up. Of course, we got beat out of the money. We never got paid on that. But they named it The Brooklyn Boys.
Yes, the Brooklyn Boys.
And it was probably released so many years
Which you directed
later.
and produced,
I
correct?
directed, produced, and starred in.
Yes.
And I didn't do the edit because I didn't learn how to edit at that
Right,
point.
and that was in 2002, actually.
Yes, well, we actually shot it in '99. By the time,
Right,
we're independent
by the time,
films.
yeah.
Sometimes it takes 3 years to get things together.
2005, you did Searching for Bobby D.
Yes.
You played Vinny.
Yep.
Written and directed by Paul Borghese. Shout out
right.
to Paul.
Yep.
And Chuck Zito was in that with William
that's
DeMeo
right.
as
Let me
well.
backtrack one more.
Yes.
In 2002,
Please interject.
I did Hot Ice, that was the film that I really liked. I wrote, directed, and starred in. It was about stolen diamonds.
I have
it
that,
came
but you
out
see, I
later.
have it down in
Yes.
2010.
I'm sorry. You know why?
That's
what the thing
okay.
is? Again, when we do these things,
I
by
know,
the time things get picked
But Hot
up,
Ice, No One Is Safe.
Yes.
Which you wrote, directed, produced, and starred in.
That's right,
Yeah.
that's
So
right.
let's mention. But like I said, I'm
Go ahead.
taking it.
You
I'm
take
taking.
I'm going to take a sip. I'm going to take a sip more because I know the real years, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I know. But like you said, it gets prolonged, and I get it. But okay, so you join this familia.
That's
this
right.
very, very famous familia. You're in a special club now, okay? The Sopranos, okay? Not for nothing.
Wow.
But I know a lot of the guys from The Sopranos, and when I see all of you together,
Yeah.
it's like a family reunion.
Right.
It really is. It's
Yeah.
special.
It is special.
It's so special.
Yeah.
So tell me, did you audition for Chase? How did this happen?
Yeah. It was.
And tell everybody, that
There's
you
a lot-
played Jerry.
Jerry Torchiano.
Yes.
Yes.
And you did 10
I did 10 episodes.
episodes.
Yes, I did.
Right.
So that everybody from, I believe they shot it. They shot the pilot, in 1997.
Wow.
But they actually, I believe they aired it in '99. From that point on, I think every Italian guy not just in New York, in the country,
Yeah.
wanted to be on that show.
Absolutely.
So, of course, I'm, grilling my agent. You
Right.
got to get me in. You got to
Right,
get me in.
right.
And I was lucky enough to be able to audition.
And you auditioned how many times?
So, Georgiana Walken was the main casting agent. That's
Right.
Christopher
That's Chris
Walken's
Walken's wife.
And she was tough. She was a
cookie.
tough casting agent to get through and by because she didn't let anything slip.
Right.
And something about The Sopranos with David Chase, you had to say every single
Word
line.
for word.
Word for word. Now,
Yep.
most TV is kind of like that because they're on a time limit.
Right.
But he was meticulous.
You couldn't deviate.
You couldn't. And she would, as soon as you walked into the casting room with her, she said, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't have all the dialogue off book,
Right.
you might as well just walk out the door. Even if you got it the day before. She goes,
Wow.
I don't want you holding the paper.
Right.
You have to be completely off book.
Okay.
So now, most actors, you're still going to get intimidated by that.
Absolutely.
Because now that's in the back of your head.
Right.
How am I going to stay in character?
Correct.
Knowing I got to hit every word.
Yeah.
So she was a stickler for that.
Mm-hmm.
She happened to like me, but I heard her be so hard on people in the waiting room.
Right.
We seen guys walking out with their heads down, and I'd be like, "Oh, you're next, buddy," and I'd break
Yeah, like a
somebody's
firing
chops. And it's like,
squad,
"Oh my
yeah.
God, you sure, John? You don't want to go next?" I go, "Nah." She's still heated up right now. I think I'm after you. Yeah, see my name on the list. It's after yours. Go
Right,
ahead.
right.
Let's get it out of her system.
Right.
So I read for a lot of different parts. I read so many times.
Yeah.
To be exact, I went up, which back then you would read for her. They'd probably see 50 to 100 people. They'd narrow that down to maybe 4 guys,
Right.
4 people,
Yeah.
women, whatever.
Yeah.
Which was the callback. So when you get the callback, you have to go to the studio
Right.
in Astoria.
Yeah, yeah.
You go up to studio, and now you want to talk about intimidation. So you'd walk into that room, and it would be David Chase, all the writers, all the producers, and the director.
Right.
So it was like the inquiry.
Right.
There was about 7 or 8 people on that panel.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here, and the camera's here, and the casting agent's here, and she's like, "Are you ready?" And you just go. So it was very intimidating.
Absolutely.
So, and you want to do well.
Of course you do. You want a bucket.
Which adds to the
intensity.
The intensity.
Yes.
Right. So you get all this pressure on
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
And you're like, oh, please, I don't want to screw this up. And time after time, I screwed up in that room.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to admit that.
Right.
There were times where I felt like I completely nailed it.
Right.
But I was back to see them around 10 times.
10 times.
10 times. And I said, and one of the really interesting roles that I really wanted was for Little Carmine.
Right.
I wanted that role.
Yeah.
It came down to, I believe it was me and him.
Right.
So I told my agent, I said, you know what? I don't want to go back. She's like, John, what are you talking about? She's like, I feel like they're abusing me at this point.
Yeah.
I've been up there 10
It's like going back for 10 root canals.
10
It's like,
times.
how much can you take?
Right. I'm like, what else do they need to
Yeah.
see?
Yeah. It's like a punching bag.
So she said, John, please, just go back.
Okay.
So another role came up, and I forget the character's name, but it was the guy that owned the glass shop, that Lou Martini, that character.
Yeah.
So I go in, I'm prepared. I read, but I still felt like I screwed up. I'm like, damn it, I screwed it up.
Yeah.
As I'm driving back to Brooklyn,
Right.
because I was still living in Brooklyn at the time from Queens, my phone rings, and it's my agent, and she's like, you just booked it. I'm like, what? I'm like, I walked out
There's
of
no
there,
more 11th audition.
and I was like, I didn't feel like I really did that well.
Wow.
And she was like, well, whatever you did worked. She goes, but it's not for that part. It's
It's
the
not for Little
part
Carmine.
of Jerry,
Right, Jerry.
Torchiano.
Right.
I was like, okay, who's Jerry Torchiano?
Well, let's put up a picture of Jerry, please. Pick G.
G.
Well, we're going to go to pick G. There you
Jerry.
are. With your light
with
hair.
the blonde hair.
Blonde hair, and that was not a decision of yours.
That was not a decision of mine.
That was a decision of theirs.
Of David Chase. In the description,
Yes.
when I finally got the sides,
Yes.
before we shot, and that was my first day on set.
On set.
Where I knew my character
Right.
was going to be introduced to James
Right.
Gandolfini.
Correct.
I'm working with Frank Vincent,
Yes.
another legend.
May he rest in peace. Yeah.
Yes, and I was just like,
Let's go to the next pick,
I'm
Carmine.
like, this is unbelievable.
Let's go to H.
I'm like, this is really happening.
That's you and Artie
That's me and Artie. That's when we got our buttons, we got made.
Yeah. And I was hanging out with you guys Saturday night. Well, we'll talk about that later. But
That's right.
Artie's great.
Yeah.
And, the famous choke scene for him.
The choke scene for
And let's go to I while we're there. Thank you.
So that's the Costco.
Yes.
Now, can I tell you a quick story about the
Sure
Costco?
can.
So, a quick story about the Costco.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a morning person.
Right.
So, I was lucky enough that almost every time we shot in the afternoons tonight.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, that was great for me.
Right.
With that, when we went to the Costco, we had to be there at 4 in the morning.
4 a.m.
Yeah, but so in my head, I was like, I don't usually go to bed till 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right.
So I said, I'm just going to
Well, that's what you were used to.
Yeah, I said, I'm just going to stay up.
Oh.
So I stayed up. I get to set. I get to the Costco.
Yeah.
We're doing the scene. I don't have much dialogue.
Right.
But in the scene, it's the four of us walking up. It's me, Frank, Gandolfini,
Yeah.
and Stevie Van Sant.
Right.
Right? So we're walking down the aisles. They're talking. Me and Stevie are trailing behind. There's this lady wheeling a carriage who's part of the scene.
Right.
She stops. We're about 10 feet away from her. They're whispering. She's trying to get these Pampers.
Okay.
Right? So she looks at me.
Yeah.
This is all supposed to be in the scene, part of
Okay.
it. She walks over and she's like, excuse me, could you help me get the Pampers up there? And Stevie looks at me and I go, yeah, sure, why not, So I walk over, I get the Pampers for her,
Yeah.
give it to her. She's like, thank you. Jim and Frank look at each other. And again, this is all part of the scene. It's hysterical.
Right.
And she walks off, she wheels off with the kid and the Pampers.
Yeah.
And they continue their meeting.
Right.
They cut that scene. They cut that part
They
out
did.
of the Costco. They cut
Yeah.
it. I was like, that was so funny.
Well, there were a couple of things that that you did that they
Yes.
that they cut.
That was
and
just so funny.
that's the whole thing is you don't know if you're going to end up on the editing block
No,
or not.
no, absolutely
But
not.
again, a special cast and a special family to be part of.
Incredible.
And I know how much you guys love to get together.
Yeah.
2007, you also did one episode of Rescue Me with Dennis Leary.
Yes, that's right. I did the message.
Pick Jay, please. Let's go to Jay because you wrote, directed Dick and Jane.
That's right. For Steve
And
Stanulus.
For Steve, yes.
So he had an idea. He wanted to do this short film.
Right.
And he asked me to write the script for him. So
Thank you.
I wrote the script for
Right.
him. And, I played a character
Yes,
in the
you
film
did. Yes,
as
you
well. And that was actually the first of several films that I did with Steve.
Yeah,
That-
you
that-
did a bunch,
Yeah, that was
with him.
2007.
If we could put up Kay. Oh no, we did Kay already. That was you on Law and Order. You did 2 episodes, right? You did 2 episodes.
I did two. Yes, I did 2 episodes of Special Victims Unit, and I also did 2 episodes of the regular Law and Order with Jerry Orbach.
Yes, and then you did Because of You, which was a short. You wrote it and directed it.
Yes,
you directed it and wrote it with
For Steve.
For Steve.
Yes.
And then pick L, please, because you did Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace, which is short.
Yes.
You wrote it, you directed it, you
I
produced
co-directed.
it.
I co-directed that
Right.
with a very dear friend of mine, T.J. Sansone.
Right, and Federico Castelluccio.
This was in 2000. Right.
Was he standing in the red shirt
Yes,
behind
he is.
you?
So this was kind of like, unfortunately, we didn't get this into certain festivals, and then it kind of just,
Right.
fell at the wayside,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Thank
because
you.
we had some interesting characters in there. There was a comedian in that.
Yeah.
We asked Federico to do it. It was just a bunch of guys getting together at
Yeah,
a bar,
yeah.
talking about politics. So it got really crazy, but it was fun.
2009, you did The Invisible Life of Thomas Lynch, which is also Steve.
That's right. That's
Yep.
his. That's his thing.
Yep.
Yep. It's a series.
Yeah. It is. And then 2011, you did The Night She Walked Down the Aisle, which
Yes.
you directed, you wrote it, you edited it.
For Steve, yes.
For Steve.
So that was supposed to be like kind of like a reality type of show.
Yes.
About dancers, Chippendale style dancers, and their girlfriends and the stuff that they go through.
Okay.
So it was an interesting concept. You don't know why these things don't get to the next level, but we have to keep throwing the darts at the board. So
Lily of the Feast.
Lily of the Feast.
You directed it?
No, I didn't direct that.
You didn't direct it?
Nope.
It was a short.
That's a short film. Mike
Yeah.
Rosigliano was the writer on that.
Okay. Federico was in that?
Federico,
Paul Sorvino was in that?
Nope, actually.
No?
So that was actually the first. That was actually the Brooklyn Banker. That's the short version of the Brooklyn Banker.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And we had Tony Bianco
Yes.
in that.
Yes.
So a little quick short story on that.
Let's pick a Q. We could go to Q, please, because that's the Brooklyn Banker. And
Yes,
there you
right,
are.
right.
And that was, again...
That's Paul Sorvino.
Yes, that was Paul Sorvino
David
was
Preval, who was a dear friend. He played Richie Aprile on The Sopranos.
in that. Artie was in that.
Artie's in that.
Yeah.
Big cast
And
in
Federico directed
Federico directed it. He had a small part in that as well. And Jane Fonda's son
Oh.
is the lead in that.
Really?
Troy Garrity.
Ah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Not that many
that.
people, right? Not that many people know that.
Interesting fun fact.
Yeah.
You did Sunday Fun Day, which was a movie. You
Yeah.
did the cinematography and the editing.
Yes, I did
For
on
that.
that,
And
yeah.
then this is where you get into, you also did Dirty Little Secrets, which was a short.
For Steve,
You wrote
again.
it, directed it.
Yep.
And again, cinematographer.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is amazing to me.
I enjoy shooting. I have a pretty
and you
decent
have a good eye.
for
You do.
composition
You do.
and
You have a
stuff
really
like
good
that.
eye.
So, and I enjoy it.
You did The Butterfly Mind, which was also a short.
Yep.
Now that was written by you and Brett.
Yeah, Brett was actually he did sound on a lot of things for us,
Okay.
and he said he had this film that he wanted to do, and
Yeah.
he told me to come down, and I was more than happy to help him out with that.
Then you
film.
did Gunner's Rift, which you edited, right? You played
yes,
a
I
detective.
edited that,
You, did
yep.
you played a detective.
I played a detective.
Stu.
Yes.
Is that who that you were?
I played it.
2013, you did White Collar, which was a TV series. You played Frankie.
So I actually played his father in a flashback scene.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of cool. It's quick, but I wanted to meet him, and
Yeah.
I wanted to be on that set, and I got to play his father.
2014, you did Taxi Brooklyn, which was a TV series. You played Luke Capella.
Yes, that was a great character. That was a crazy type of show.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to last, and she was one of the series regulars in the hospital. What's that long-running hospital show?
ER?
ER.
Yeah.
I believe it was ER.
I think it was ER. That's the longest one I know of.
Yeah, I think it was ER. Yes. If you look her name up, but that. So yeah. So that was.
This
that
was all the TV series, and then you
That
did.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got to work with her, and I was the main bad guy
Yeah.
who was threatening her father, and yeah, we had a lot of fun with
Then
that.
you did Unforgettable. You played Colin Keys.
Yes.
Then you did Straight, which was a short, and you edited that.
Yes,
You
that's
edited
correct.
that. Oh, wait, there's more people. Don't go away.
Oh boy.
2014. Oh, my God, this was great. I love this. You did Friends and Romans.
Friends and Romans.
Okay, which was a movie.
Yes.
And we're going to put up some pics because, well, let's put up pic M, please, because Michael Rispoli,
Michael
who I
Rispoli.
adore.
Annabella Sciorra.
And pic N, Annabelle Sciorra, pic N, next pic. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Love her too.
Great working with her.
Yes.
And Michael.
And Michael. And then O is a pic of the cast, and which included
Paul Bender.
Tony Sirico was
Yes.
in that. Tony Darrow was in that.
Yes.
Joe D'Onofrio was in that. You
Yeah.
had a ton of people. And funny.
Louis Veneria.
Funny. Yeah, Louis
A
Veneria,
lot of
who I've had on the
Bronx
show.
Tale guys were in there.
A lot of Bronx Tale guys.
They're all friends of mine too.
But funny, funny.
Armandaro.
Oh my God, when you got up to do the audition,
Let me
I
tell
almost
you,
wet myself. I
that
swear to God,
was-
it was hysterical.
That
It was so funny.
And when he says
And you
to me,
mentioned the Guman, I'm
yeah,
like dying.
when
And
he
then
says to me, yeah, right,
yeah,
right.
oh, what a line. It was
Michael
so good.
Rispoli's
like,
like, what am I going to tell Michael Mann? Here's an idea. Why don't you tell your wife you got a Guman? I'm like, what do you mean by that?
It was great.
So my personality is
died.
that.
Yes.
Like I'm a character.
Yeah,
I'm a clown.
Yeah.
Because I look the way I look.
Right.
I play a lot of these dark, scary characters. But I love doing like a Joey from Friends.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
You know, so I really got to tap into in that show, and I tell people there are 3 movies I always recommend: Friends and Romans, The Brooklyn Banker, and if you could handle it, Clean.
Right.
But it's just a fun whole, like you could sit down with the family and watch that movie.
And how many pictures can you actually say that about, though?
Not many.
You know what I mean? That's the
No.
whole.
So
and then you did after
I'm so
that,
proud of that film.
I know, I love it. And then you did 2015. You did American Widow, which was a TV series. You directed that.
I wrote and directed
wrote
that
it?
for yes, a friend of mine. She wanted
And you
to,
edited it.
Yes, she wanted to do something dark, and it was
Yeah.
a short film that I wrote.
Then
and
you did
directed.
Show Me a Hero, which was also you played the commissioner.
Yes.
You did
yeah.
2 episodes.
So I got to work with. Again, I'm blanking out here, but he's the lead in that, and he's huge in Show Me a Hero.
I didn't write him down because he's not on my show.
Yeah.
I only have you.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Let's go to pick P, please, because you did Daredevil.
Daredevil, yes.
And you played Jimmy the Bear.
Yes, I played Jimmy
Look
the
at
Bear.
you.
Old
Woo!
dirty. Yep. So again, I also, because usually not just the mob guy, but because I have a lot of tattoos
you
and
could
stuff.
do the biker.
So
and
I really enjoy playing like biker.
A tough
and
guy.
and I rode a Harley for many years.
Yeah.
I rode dirt
that
bikes
helps when
I was
you
little.
know how to ride.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
That's
I was hoping that they did like a spin-off. We were called the Dogs of Hell.
Okay.
I said that could be a spin-off.
Absolutely.
Like Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
And I kind of threw it out there. And
They didn't bite.
They didn't bite, but that would have been really interesting.
They didn't bite. And then you did. Let's do pick. Well, we showed pick Q. We mentioned the Brooklyn Banker with Paul. You did Legends of Freestyle, which was a documentary.
Yes.
And you were the cinematographer and editor
Yes.
on that.
Steve directed that.
Yes.
Another
That was
thing for
really
Steve.
good. I have to say it was
Oh,
really,
thank
really
you. Yeah,
good.
yeah, it was all freestyle.
Yeah, I loved it.
And
I
all
loved
their
it.
stories and how they got beat
and
for
how,
a lot of things.
Yeah, and how 25 years later, they're more popular now than they were back then.
Yes.
And how, these shows that they're doing now, they have to do with a bunch of people. They
Yes.
can't just do it as a solo
Right.
artist.
Sal Abatello got them all started.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then you did Say Something, which was a short. You directed that,
I
and
directed
Steve
that for
wrote
Steve,
that.
yes.
But you also did the editing and cinematography
yeah,
also.
yes.
And then let's put up Pick Z, please, because you kept the look for Gotham.
Gotham, I mean, come
And
on.
you played a demon.
I'm scared.
And you
Wow.
and
That
you-
was fun.
2 episodes.
Yeah, because you know what? I mean, it's like they're cartoonish type characters.
yeah.
Everything's over the top. And again, I love doing anything like that.
Thank you. And then you did The Fifth Borough, which was a short.
Yes,
You directed
I
that.
wrote. Yes, I wrote and
You
directed
wrote it with
that.
Steve, right?
Yes, and
And Greg Paul? Am I reading it right? I don't know. And that was with Vinny Pastore.
Vinny
also.
Pastore, yes,
Right.
Vinny Pastore and
Kathy Moriarty.
Kathy
Joe
Moriarty.
D'Onofrio. My friend Anthony Robert Grasso, giving him a shout out.
yes, and Booker from Richard Grieco.
Oh,
was also in
yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you did, is it Kimmy Bodyguard, which was the video?
Yes, that was Steve.
You directed that?
No, Steve directed
You
that.
edited it.
Yeah, because Steve actually was
Yes.
Kanye's bodyguard.
Yes.
And Kim Kardashian, he thought he had something with Kim and all this
Right.
other stuff. So Steve just wanted to tell his story.
And then
so
you also did something called Wasted Talent, which you edited.
Yes,
as well.
I shot a lot of that and edited that.
Yeah.
That was Leland.
And then we get to pick R, please, which is Bare Knuckle Brawler.
Bare Knuckle Brawler
And there he is,
with Danny Trejo.
Danny.
He's a legend.
And also Martin Cove was in that.
Yes.
William DeMeo, Louis Venaria.
Joker Wallace directed it.
My girl Frances McNano's in it. And Mike Taverna,
Yeah.
who's a real wrestler.
Yeah.
He's a real brawler.
Yes. That was a lot of fun. I did that for Joe.
Yeah.
That character I played was great. And again, I like to get dirty.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's taking
My
you
girlfriend
somewhere
doesn't like
else.
that so much with the
She
beard
don't
and
like
all
the
that.
hair.
She doesn't like the beard.
She
and all
don't
that
like the
stuff,
hair.
no.
Then you did The Irishman, which
Yes.
a lot of people did.
Yes.
Which is a great experience.
Yep.
And then 2020, you did Chronicles of a Serial Killer.
Yes,
You played Henry's father.
Yeah, so I wrote
You wrote
wrote
it?
that for Steve.
Yes.
I wrote that script for Steve.
And he directed, right?
And he directed
Yeah.
it, yep. And I got to play another dark character.
And then you did Ghost Guidos.
So we did
You're
Ghost
the
Guidos.
cinematographer and editor on that.
Yes, I helped him out with that too. He wanted to do something with that, so I shot it for him. I edited it for him as well.
And you did YouTube Famous. You also edited.
Yes, I
You did a lot of editing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the editing is great too because it really you're putting the puzzle together.
Correct.
And
I tell you the truth, the story is in the editing.
Yes.
I mean, if you don't put it together right,
it could be
it's a disaster.
It could be a disaster.
Really?
And it's hours and hours of work.
It is tedious.
It's unbelievable.
You know what you have? You got a lot of patience. You know what that means?
It means a lot of patience.
Yes,
and time.
that's
Yes.
Italian. See, he knows. He knows.
But no, the editing is like, people don't realize, they could look at the cut and say, well, why don't you tweak this, why don't you tweak that, why don't you do this? And then they think that
they know better.
That they know, not only that they know better, but
like they've been doing
I'm going to get you in the room.
Right.
You're looking at a blank screen.
Correct.
And tell me what shot you want to start with.
Right.
You know, it's easy. Just
it's like a Rubik's Cube.
Just like a screenplay.
Yeah.
I write a screenplay, and then if you want to proofread it, oh yeah, it's easy to cut this. Let's do it. But when you're looking at that screen and a blank curse is staring at you, start writing. That's why you have to write the end first.
Yes. A
lot of people don't realize that.
A lot of people
because
do that.
it's like you need to know where you're going.
Yes.
You need.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're floundering around.
So. We could put up pick S, please, because you did Law and Order Organized Crime. Yes. And there's a lovely picture with you.
And I got to work with the amazing Dylan
McDermott.
I mean, he's a class act. What a talented.
He seems
and
to
he
be
is
that
so
way.
talented. In that scene together, I mean, we're just going at. It's just. He's just flawless. You know.
He is. Let's go to the next pick because you mentioned before Clean.
Yes.
And that's with Adrian Brody.
Come on.
And you played Frank.
Yes. I got to play.
How amazing was that?
It's unbelievable. I'm so happy that he won an Oscar again. Just to be able to say I worked with an Oscar winner.
And I heard he's like an amazing
He's a very nice guy. He's from Queens originally.
Yes, I know.
He lives upstate in Utica. So when we shot that film, it was the dead of winter.
Right.
And we shot up in Utica.
Wow.
We were freezing, snow.
Yeah.
Not one location had heat. Literally, we were turning blue.
Wow.
Yes, and I was Glenn Fletcher's right-hand man.
Yeah.
Who is another amazing actor.
Yeah.
So, you know, I always say when I'm on a set, I don't want to be the smartest guy. I don't want to be the best.
Right.
I don't want to be the best talent.
Yeah.
Because I want to continue to learn.
Yeah.
And that's when you grow. And when working with amazing people like that, it just puts you in another stratosphere.
It does. How many people can say I worked with an Oscar winner? Hello.
Listen,
2022, you did Sex, which is a short.
So
you wrote it.
I wrote that for Steve also.
Yes.
Yep. We
Great
actually
Kills.
created a feature out of that, and he's looking to get funding on that.
Yeah.
As well.
You did Great Kills. You played a detective in Great Kills?
Yes, and that's Steve's thing
that's
too.
Steve's also.
So that's kind of like a mockumentary.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool the way he's
I've watched
shooting it. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I had a very interesting
Because
character.
you kind of like question, is that real or not real?
Yeah,
or?
No, it's great.
No, it's really good.
It's really
you did
good.
15. Oh, the doc that it's got 15 Days with Cayenne.
Right.
But it's the same thing. 2023, you did My Dad's Diner, which was a short, and you played the boss.
Yes, I played the boss. Actually, Vinny Pastore was supposed to play that role. He kind of stepped out. They called me.
Okay.
And I was more than happy to step in
right.
for Vinny, and I had a lot of fun shooting.
Then you did a really quirky movie. You did the cinematography for Coco, which was was a movie with
Joe Gwalis directed that.
Artie Pasquale was in that.
I got Artie in that.
Yeah.
And Tony Cucci,
yeah.
who was also on The Sopranos.
And then pick you, please. Let's put up you because you did
pick you. What do we
Long
got?
Shot Louie.
Long Shot Louie. So,
and
I'm
you,
very proud of that film. I wrote and
you can leave that there a minute. Yes,
wrote
you
and
did.
directed that for Steve.
Yes,
And
you play Frank.
Yes, I
Lazario.
play Steve's father in the '80s.
Yes.
Flashback.
Yeah.
Beating up my wife, beating up my son.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
It just because Steve and I were dancers.
Yes.
So and that's what that's all about. It's that whole industry.
Yeah.
I believe you might be able to see that now.
Yeah.
Because I think he's revitalized.
You check it out. You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Thank you. And 2025, you just did Caper, which is you play a
Yes.
detective.
Yes.
See, so you do put on a badge and a suit every now and
I
then.
like to do that too. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I love playing, any kind of cop, detective, anything like
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Dan Imperial directed that. He was also one of the writers on Godfather of Harlem. Mm-hmm. A very dear friend of mine, TJ Sansone, was one of the producers on
Right.
that. That should be floating around right now, that film. So I'm also proud to be part of that.
That's great. And you did tell me about, just to let you know, you can find John on Facebook. It's John Bianco, name's right there.
Yep.
And on Instagram, it's
Yes.
John_Bianco.
Please
and,
follow me.
And you could follow him, and you could see what he's doing, because every now and then, some of the cast from The Sopranos get together.
Yes.
And they do like a meet and greet.
Yes.
And you're going to be doing one in October.
I'm gonna be doing
sometime
one
in
in
October.
Yes.
With a few of the Soprano cast.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So that's in the works right now.
Yeah.
We're working on that. We're working on putting that together, and I believe also Federico might be working on a Soprano cruise.
Ooh.
But I didn't say that.
Oh no. You didn't. You heard
Did
it
I
here,
just say
folks.
that?
I don't know. Did you?
No.
Well, that's going to sell out in a
Scratch
heartbeat.
that,
Let me
scratch
tell
that.
you. Tell me about Wise Guys and Whack Jobs.
So Danny Provenzano again.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Came up with this Wise Guy cartoon. It's brilliant. It's all crazy animation.
Right.
The voices are Vince Curatola, Vinny Pastore, myself. He's got the gauntlet in there of every guy, and that has to get picked up. That will easily be a Family Guy.
Absolutely.
type
Oh
of
yeah,
thing.
definitely.
It's brilliant.
I'm
It's
thinking
brilliant.
of Seth now in my head.
Yeah,
and
no,
what
I
you
mean,
could do
it's
with
as
it.
if he can get that off the ground. And he's in the works right now for getting that
Definitely.
going.
Okay, so upcoming. We have some upcoming stuff. Saturday night, we were in Astoria. You were there
Yes.
with Artie
Yep.
for Once a Week for Life.
For George,
Yes, you play Andre, I say it, Canesto?
Come on.
Cananesto?
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 I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. And you were great.
Thank
And it was
you.
nice seeing everybody again, sitting at the table, and the interaction.
Yep, all of us
It
there.
was. It's
Armin,
just. It's priceless.
Bobby Finaro,
It's priceless.
Lou Martini.
Yeah.
Paul Bagazi. I mean, we're all there. It's
Yeah.
just, Tony Darrow. I mean,
Yeah, it was great.
yeah,
No, it was
it's great to get John Fior.
It's magic.
It is,
John Fior, shout out to John. I'm
Yeah,
gonna send
he's a
this
great
to.
guy. I want to I got to work with him too.
I
on
am
something.
hoping, God willing, there is a project that I'm part of,
Yeah.
and he's been talking to the director,
Right.
and I told John, I'm hoping we get to work together.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Oh,
Such
he's a
great guy.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, after that screening, we were talking about stuff, and he's
Yeah.
like, "We got to work together." And I'm like, "Sure,
Absolutely.
I want that."
Tell me about the giant, which you play Darkness Rick. That's just something that's
Yeah, so
happening real
that's
quick.
something that my name just got added to. I believe
Yeah.
Joe D'Onofrio is part of that too.
Okay.
Kevin put that together. So that's upcoming. I don't know when they're shooting that. I don't know too
Right.
much about that.
Okay.
I don't want to give too much
All
away
right.
about that.
And then
but-
Dope King, you played Johnny.
yes, Dope King.
That's Kevin Puff.
That's
Right?
Ron Elliott. Kevin is Giant.
Kevin is Johnny.
Is Giant.
Is John. Giant.
Yes,
Oh,
from-
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry, forgive me. I wrote it on the
That's
wrong line. So Kevin is the Giant.
Yes,
Got
Kevin
it.
is the Giant.
And Dope King, you play
Dope
Johnny.
King is Ron Elliott.
That's it.
He's. I know him many years. It's about like these drug guys, real bad characters,
Yeah.
I play a boxing coach, and I got a great scene with John Paul, with I'm blanking out, John Ed. I can't think of his name, but he's great. I mean, it's really awesome. Like
That's great.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
Yeah, that should be coming out soon. Dope
Well,
King.
you know what? Let's put up some pics. We only have a minute left. See how fast this goes?
Yeah,
Let's
it's
put up
amazing.
pic V, please. Thank you, because it's you and Federico Castelluccio. I'm hoping to get him on. We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
If I can't get him in the studio, we might have to do virtual. Let's put up W. because I think W is, there you go. There are the three of you.
Paul, Mark, Jeffries.
Oh, there you go. See, he remembered. And there's you and Steve and
Federico, yeah.
And
That was
Federico.
probably one of the screenings. I forgot which screening we were.
And put up why, because did you play Lucky Luciano?
I did. And it was like a crazy reenactment.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a lot of fun doing that as well. That was quite
And
a few
then
years
Z,
ago.
which I think is another pick, if I'm not mistaken, from... Oh, we showed Z. We could show it again. You on Gotham.
Gotham, yeah.
You on Gotham again.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, listen, I mean, did I leave anything out? Do you want to mention something in the last, 20 seconds we have?
No, I can't believe the time ran out
I
that
know,
fast.
doesn't it go fast?
It's crazy.
It is. It's
I didn't realize
insane.
that I did that many things.
Listen,
either.
a plethora,
Wow.
like a plethora. But really, what amazed me is seriously the cinematography and the editing that that you've done and have gotten so fantastic at it.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean,
I enjoyed that.
It is,
and I enjoyed directing.
It's almost like a labor of love. Look, we're baked. We're baked. Last week it didn't make a noise. This week it did. Oh my God!
That's great.
It's like Mission Impossible.
It's like you gotta get
right.
out
It's
now.
like a Mission Impossible. Yeah. Something's gonna go off. But listen, I want to thank you for taking the ride here.
Absolutely.
And
you
want to come back anytime and promote something?
Sure.
Let me know. I want everyone to
I will.
again follow John, see what he's doing.
Yes, please.
And I do appreciate you taking the ride here.
Absolutely.
I really
Thank
do.
you so much.
You're welcome so
All right.
much. All right, listen, everyone have a great week. I'll see you next week. And remember, tell everyone you love them. Say ciao. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.